Hi everyone, welcome to today's lesson. We are going to look at a difficult Toeic question, but we're also going to learn some important vocabulary and grammar knowledge that will help you on other similar questions. So let's get started. Let's look at the question. Here it is. So take a second if you want to pause your screen, if you need time. All right, so let's get into this question. Now, like I always say, the one thing you need to do is you need to understand the context of the whole sentence. Do not just stop at the blank. Okay, so look at the whole sentence. First, let's look at a basic English rule. When you see by verb ing, that's by verb ing, it is answering the question how. Here's an example. I passed the test by studying. How did I pass the test? Studying. I learned English by speaking as much as possible. I found a boyfriend by going online. Okay, so we know the by verb ing section is telling us how the speech disrupted the office. So the speech disrupted the office. The by verb ing is telling us how. All right, now let's look at some vocabulary that we need to know. The first is disrupt. This means to cause something to not continue in a normal way or to interrupt a process. For an example, an alarm went off in the factory. Employees had to leave the factory. So this situation disrupted the manufacturing process. Let's look at example 2. I was teaching a lesson on Zoom. The internet stopped working for a couple minutes. This disrupted the lesson. So, disrupt is almost always a negative thing. Now, what is the noun for disrupt? Disruption. And we know that shin words are almost always nouns. What is the adjective for disrupt? Disruptive. And if words are usually adjectives. Okay, now let's start eliminating answers. First, let's eliminate D. Well, why? Well, the context doesn't make sense. Comprise means compose, make up, account for. For example, 7 women and 5 men comprise the class. So, the pieces comprise the larger thing. Here's another. Sugar, water, caffeine, coloring, and artificial flavors comprise Coca-Cola. I think. I don't know for sure. Now in passive voice, you will see be comprised of. For example, the class is comprised of 7 women and 5 men. 7 women and 5 men comprise the class. All right, so we can see in this context for number 112, comprise does not make sense. A speech cannot comprise employees. All right, eliminate A. Next, we're going to eliminate refusing. So let's eliminate A. Next, we will eliminate refusing. Why? Well, let's look at refuse. It means not accept, not take. So when the company fired me, they offered me a gift. I was so angry that I refused the gift from the company. So you refuse something from somebody. You don't say, I refuse something from verb ing. It's got to be somebody. So we can see that. So the verb ing does not make sense here. Now, just a little note, it is also common to use refuse to verb. For example, the police asked her to move, but she refused to go anywhere. She said, I will not go. So she refused to go anywhere. Okay, so we know the answer is not A or D. Now we have B and C. So which one is correct? Well, the best answer is B. Distract. Distract means to take someone's attention away, make someone lose their focus. I had an important test. I wanted to focus. My roommate was playing video games. It was loud. The noise from the video games distracted me from studying. So notice with distract, you can go somebody or something distracts someone from noun or verb ing. So this is what we call a reductive or a reverse causative verb, because you're taking the person away from something. Here's another example. Cell phones often distract students from focusing in class. Okay, so we see the best answer here is distracting. I hope this lesson taught you some new vocabulary and made you realize some key English rules. Please share, subscribe, like, and have a wonderful day. Bye.